Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Alpha Protocol. The thread voted to take on the Triads next, and I could not be less enthused. Seriously, this is just going to be boring. But I'll get into the why of that once the mission starts.
Okay, I'm not far from the market, near the slums.
I'm picking up some activity near your position. I don't think Shure gave us the whole story.
The head of an organized crime syndicate not telling the truth? Gee, that's a stretch.
Stretch or not, it looks like you're going to see some heavier resistance up ahead.
Right, well, this mission is going to be boring, as I said.
Shut up! I heard something.
And the main reason is
I'm going to find you.
Because it's just kind of a generic run-and-gun level.
Huh? There!
Except
Cover
for the
me.
guys who appear behind me. Come on, there we go.
I need help.
Right. So this is basically it. I mean, stretch this out to the length of the video, and you're looking at the level. And that's what I don't really like about it. There's no real...
Interesting.
What is?
I just found a
Yeah,
10-page list of Triad members.
How does that help us?
I think it may be a list of all the defectors.
You said 10 pages? How many defectors are there?
A hell of a lot more than Shure told us about.
You better watch yourself, Mike. There's no telling what else he forgot to tell us about.
My thoughts exactly.
The thing is, that's really fucking useless. That doesn't actually...
Give me something.
I don't know how to explain it. Shure lying about the defectors has no impact on the story. How about that? It has nothing to do with the conflict that Mike is trying to solve. It has nothing to do with the assassination, and it has nothing to do with Halbeck. All it has to do with is Shure. Which would be okay if Shure actually showed up for more than this mission. But he doesn't. We just get to meet him, and then the dialogue briefly after this mission, and that's it. And we really never see him again.
What the?
Even making him friendly, you'll only get 1 or 2 bits of intel, and the optional Triad members joining you in the finale of this hub.
Cover me.
But being AI, they're pretty useless. Not to mention having absolutely no character. So all we're doing is shooting an alarm so they can't set it off, for one thing.
Where is he?
Is solving someone else's problem
Boys.
and finding revelations about their problem is boring. We only care about our problem.
Whoever you are.
I mean, it does relate back to Shahid because of the reason of the defection, but Shahid's already been dealt with. Even in the last playthrough where Shahid hadn't been dealt with, this interaction doesn't really change how we interacted with Shahid. Oh no, Shahid did business with the Triads. That somehow is supposed to reflect on Shahid's character? About whether we execute him or join him before the Black Box mission? I don't think so. The other problem I have with this...
Oh man, I don't believe this. Our friendly neighborhood triads have been dealing with Al-Samad.
You're kidding. Why would they be working together? Any details of the arrangement?
No, just some ledgers detailing various transactions.
My other problem with
can't
this...
be good.
Oh my god,
There's
shut
a
up.
note attached to one of the ledgers.
Shut up.
Apparently these defectors weren't happy with the arrangement,
Shut
but money
up.
had nothing to do with it.
All right, Mike. Keep looking. There has to be more to this.
No one cares. Anyway, my other problem with this is that the level's just boring. It's running around, me always getting lost in this part for some reason. Always. And shooting guys in the head. Yeah. I can play through this 3 times in a row, and I will get lost every single time. And for that I blame the level design. And the horrible map. The map is of no use when you're dealing with these building layouts. Anyway, there's nothing really interesting about this level as compared to other run-and-gun levels where other things are going on. Like the ruins in Rome. For one thing, you can possibly have Al-Samad on your side. Or not. So that's already one aspect that changes when you play it. And the standoff at the end of that mission, where you're being rushed by Deus Vult and or Al-Samad, and have to quote-unquote defend the pack that you've got going, the trace, even though you don't actually have to do that. You just have to kill everybody. That is a tense situation and a significant fight. The only part of this mission that's not just going through the linear path and killing people is a very poor execution of that same idea as the Ruins mission, where you've got triads coming after you, but it's really hard to fail that.
Shut up! I heard something.
It's kind of an afterthought because you've already completed all of your objectives. And it's just not as much fun. But in general, I don't like the way that the triads have been handled in this game. I think this level, and Hong Shure in
Did you
particular,
hear what's happening to Yi Huang? He started
are
God
poorly done.
duty.
I think in their present state, I think it would have been better to cut them. Because
I swear I saw something.
Taipei is already kind of a big hub,
Motherfucker.
and you've got to compete with Stephen Heck, who's just freaking awesome. Meeting G22, possibly for the first time. Dealing with the assassination plot, and really this triad mission, and dealing with Hong Shure is like a footnote in the hub. Having a different mission attached to Hong Shure and having more of a dialogue with him would make it more interesting. And Lord knows I'm a fan of James Hong, the actor who plays Hong Shure, and don't want him dropped from this project, or would not want him dropped from this project. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the Triads should have been included in some form, just not this form. And now that I'm done ranting, I don't even know what to talk about because nothing has really happened. We've just gone down to straight corridors, basically, and have been killing guys along the way. Now, you may have noticed, I do have one thing to say. You may have noticed I didn't hack that computer yet. That computer is what turns the turrets against the Triads.
That's the last of the lieutenants.
Good work.
I did that on
Head back
purpose.
to the safe house. I'll arrange a meeting for you.
Well, it's official. Red lion my ass. More like red liar.
Yeah.
I hope you're sitting... I found controls for the
It's one of
sluice
the benefits
gates.
of a desk job.
According to this series of emails, the defectors aren't the one.
There, thank you.
Why would he do that?
Oh my
The guy had the
goodness.
audacity to openly speak out against the gang's affiliation with Al-Samad. Hong Shure decided to make an example of him. It wasn't pretty. There were needle-nosed pliers involved.
That's quite an example.
I'll upload the intel to you.
Shut
This might
up.
be useful later.
Got it.
Anyway, because we didn't turn the turrets at the start, when we first got to that area, the Triads haven't had a chance to kill them yet. Which means they're going to be great at covering our flank, like right now, during this final battle, where you're given a free turret with infinite ammo, and it's basically shooting fish in a barrel. Except half the fish are being shot for you. So yeah, not exactly the tense standoff that was the Rome Ruins mission, was it? And nothing to say? Okay. Icing on the boring cake. Anyway, we completed all of our objectives. Blah, blah, blah. We hacked all 3 computers that were obvious and along the path. So let's talk to Hong Shure some more.
Ah, Mr. Thornton, you return. The television is already humming with talk of your assault on the slums.
Oh, it's all wrapped up, but there's a few things you didn't tell me. And I'm guessing you didn't tell your subordinates either.
What exactly are you talking about, Mr. Thornton?
I'm talking about why your men defected. It wasn't a business dispute. Don't you think your men have the right to know that?
I do not take kindly to blackmail, Mr. Thornton. Take care. You will lose a powerful ally if you follow this road with me. Tell me, what is your silence worth?
I think you know more about the major players in Taipei than you let on. Give me everything you have.
Very well, Mr. Thornton. Now, may we return to the business at hand?
Shahid was sending you large sums of money. What was it for?
A man in my position has access to certain materials, Mr. Thornton. Materials that a man in Shahid's position finds very valuable. We had a long-standing business arrangement.
You were selling him weapons, you son of a bitch. Do you know how many innocent people Al-Samad has killed?
Quite a lot, I should imagine. Not nearly so many as your government, Mr. Thornton. I did not sell weapons to Shahid directly. I was merely a facilitator.
So you set him up on blind dates with arms dealers.
His people would contact me with a date and the location of a shipment. My operatives ensured that Al-Samad's weapons reached the places where Al-Samad needed them.
Clever. If you can promise delivery in 30 minutes or my guns are free, I might consider hiring you.
As promised, Mr. Thornton. Here is all the information I have regarding this unfortunate business with Mr. Sung.
If this information's no good, I'll be seeing you again.
Such trickery would benefit me not at all. I give you my word. That is all the information I have. Oh, there is one other thing. Beware of the man called Omen Dang.
Omen Dang? Really? Who names their kid that? Anyway, what's he got to do with this?
I'm afraid no one really knows. He is a powerful man in Taipei, and I have heard his name mentioned along with the rumors of this assassination.
I'll keep my ears open. Thanks.
I expect you to maintain your silence on the matter of my family problems. Do not contact me again. I have given you all the help I'm inclined to offer, Mr. Thornton.
Don't worry. You won't see me again.
Yay! We blackmailed Hong Shure and it got us one thing about the Chinese secret police.
I'm sending you the data I got from Hong Shure now.
Receiving. Got it.
Anything?
According to this, the White Oak Mountain Triad was approached to provide security for a diplomatic exchange at a subway station on the Xingmei line tomorrow night.
Nobody hires Triad gangsters to provide security for a diplomatic exchange. Any hint what was really going on?
Hong Shure's lieutenants dug into the guy's background. Turns out, he was an NSB deep cover operative. After some persuasion, he let slip that he was working undercover to foil a major political assassination.
Persuasion. Do I want to know?
You really don't.
That gives us a time and a place. Think it's enough to go on?
Xingmei Station is pretty big. You could wander around for an hour and not find the exchange. You'll need to identify the package being handed off. If you can find a way to track it, even better.
I'll see what I can dig up. I'll be in touch.
Okay. Good luck, Mike.
So, that's it for the Triads. We've burned that bridge and nothing bad will happen to us as a result. So let's pick a more interesting mission for the next video, shall we?